Thank you. Please be seated. Prefect joke of the day is, what is the difference between the bird flu and the swine flu? One needs tweetment and one needs ointment.
Thanks, Jojo. Mr. Murdy's in a jacket and tie, which means it's sports colours, so come on up, Mr. Murdy, please.
Thank you. Good morning, and welcome to our final Sports Athletic Colors presentation for the year. And it's been a great year for the school on many levels. We've had outstanding success in a number of sports, so you should all be very proud of your accomplishments this year and as a school. To start things off, we're going to sort of mirror a little bit what the Fine Art program did. We're going to ask a couple of students to speak and share a little bit about their experience. So if I could first ask Sarah Rourke, captain of the girls' prep ice hockey team, and Kieran Breen, captain of the boys' first 15 rugby team, to please come up, and they're going to share a little bit about sport and their journey. Nice round of applause for these two, please.
Sports creates opportunity that may not have presented themselves without the athletic endeavors that many of us possess. A prime example would be the opportunity to attend the school. I never imagined myself pursuing hockey to this level. However, was amazed at the opportunity the sport was giving me. Not only was I able to train athletically at a high level, I was also able to receive some of the best education and experiences worldwide. I now stand here academically and athletically improved, and have achieved the goal of playing hockey at a collegiate level in the States next year. Sports creates opportunity to learn from mistakes, opportunity to grow, and opportunity to have fun in competition. The journey of sport, however, is not a straight and narrow path. It is filled with ups and downs and places mountains in front of you that seem impossible to climb. My younger years were filled with multiple sports competitions. This is where my passion in athletics was seated. I was certain I wanted to pursue and surround myself in a competitive, energetic lifestyle. Hockey was the one that really spoke to my heart and became my main focus. After 1 year of boys contact hockey, I decided to make the switch to female hockey, which has led me here. But as I was saying, it's not always easy physically and mentally being an athlete. One of my largest struggles, and still is, my mental game. Being an athlete competing with males and then furthering into a high demanding competition, I found it difficult mentally. The body image and approval from others' paranoia is constantly sitting in my head. I'm not saying this to get sympathy. I'm here saying this knowing that many of you can relate. Having your mental game hold you back from succeeding is frustrating. I struggled knowing I had to get stronger, faster, quicker, but didn't want to lift weights and get bigger, and I didn't want to be one of the boys. I am sure you all have either wanted to get stronger, faster, leaner, or maybe you wanted your endurance to be better. But coming to Shawnigan, I learned that no matter what, it doesn't matter what everyone thinks of you. We give each person permission to be themselves, and you have a right to be who you are. I wanted to pursue hockey, and I wanted to be the best I could be, and I'm so thankful Shawnigan was here to guide me through the journey. Lessons are taught, leaders are built, and work ethic is developed in the culture of athletics. You learn that being told you aren't good enough stings and is defeating. However, giving up is not an option. Being cut from a team is one of the worst feelings. I know this all too well. But being able to learn from the devastation is what makes you the true winner. Sport has a tendency to throw obstacles in your way, like injury. This will be I'm currently trying to find the silver lining, knowing that it'll be 9 months before I'm able to play hockey again. This will be difficult, although there is only so much one can do given their circumstances. But hard work and positivity will lead to success, and learning that obstacles are a chance to learn and grow is something I'm discovering. Humility is an aspect of sport too. We are all lucky. lucky to have an opportunity to be developed under the wings of amazing, experienced athletes. There are numerous coaching staff here at the school who have represented their country athletically and act as role models, and someone who we can aspire to become. I also want to take the time to say thank you to Carly Haggard, Tim Coy, and Christy Sykes, and all the athletic staff for supporting our athletic programs. Shawnigan provides us with athletics which should be treated with respect and gratitude, and I am ever so grateful to have been a part of sport families such as the hockey team. You know, something is truly so special when it is so hard to say goodbye to. Thank you.
Sport has given me the chance to make what otherwise would have been impossible, possible. Now what I mean is I come from a family of modest means, and many of the opportunities and experiences that I've had the privilege to be a part of were only possible because of sport. But sport has also taken numerous individuals from our community all over the world. For example, Mr. Monroe was challenged by numerous hakas on the famous Waitangi Treaty Grounds in New Zealand and listened to many Maori elders on what sport meant to their people. For Miss Conroy, sport led her halfway across the world to what she calls now home, and has allowed her to meet her husband and give birth to her beautiful daughter, Gracie. The Rugby 7 superstar, Mr. Williams, has traveled to the UK, South America, and Asia. Mr. Sturrock has been to Germany, Portugal, Austria, and Miss Platt has competed in the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. In my case, sport has sent me flying across the world to countries such as New Zealand, Australia, England, Wales, and Ireland. These opportunities have allowed me to immerse myself in different cultures and establish relationships with friends throughout the world, for which I will be forever thankful. However, the real beauty of sport has been what it has taught me. I've learned that to be successful in sport, a team must establish a culture based on values of selflessness, discipline, humility, and respect. Success in sport is not simply defined as the amount of championships you win or the awards you receive. It is whether you and your team are satisfied with the way you have worked together on and off the field. Kipling has taught me that success is meeting with triumph and disaster and treating them both the same. Success is the little moments where a teammate's character was shown by their honorable actions for the team. That is success. Playing rugby at Shawnigan with a legacy and culture so strong and rich has imprinted many values within me and shaped who I am today. They have not only shown me success on the field, rather off the field as well. However, playing for Shawnigan has come with a lot of pressure. Players such as Ty Hamblin, the captain to bring provincial champion success back to Shawnigan for the first time in a number of years, and George Barton, last year's captain of the under-20 Canadian team, both former Shawnigan players in my same position. The weight of these two exceptional players on my head inspired me to strive to become the best player I could be. This has allowed me to deal with the pressure in a positive way, and I do so by playing for the ones who have come before, aiming to honor their efforts to the best of my abilities, and by playing for the ones who have yet to come. At Shawnigan, no matter the team, we have a culture of furthering our legacy in whatever endeavors we undertake. It is this sense of belonging to something much greater than thyself, which makes us drastically different from other schools. An indescribable energy that we as a community have created is actualized in the way Shawnigan plays all sports. Thank you very much.
Pretty amazing words from two amazing young athletes who are just outstanding role models for all of us, not only as younger students, but also as adults, to see just how important things like sport, not just sport, but things like sport can impact our lives and the positive change that it can affect in our journeys. So thank you very much, you two. I really appreciate your time putting that together. It's very special to be able to share that with us. Before we get into our color presentations, we have a couple of our internal sporting awards to present. So we're going to start off with our tennis awards. So if I can please ask Ms. Mer Bosels to join me on stage, and Mrs. Conroy as well. And we're going to present 3 of our tennis trophies. So the first trophy is for the boys singles, and it's called the Grogan Cup, and it was won by Nathan King. So can Nathan please come forward? Nathan's in grade 9 and is away camping still, so we'll make sure he gets that. That's too bad. I'm not sure what grade all these kids are in anyhow. So the second one is the girls singles trophy, and that's the Chew Cup, and it was won by Leticia Parente. She also won. The third and final tennis trophy is the Candelaria Cup, and it's for mixed doubles. And the winners of that are Gianni Zhang and Paul Hasekol. Gianni's away. Unfortunately, Gianni is also away. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Hidlay and Mr. Grisdale to please come forward, and we're going to present the Internal Golf Trophy Award, the Goody Cup. In a very tight match that went into extra holes this year's winner is Andres Vasquez. So now we're going to do our colors presentations, and then we're going to start off with our juniors. So as a reminder for junior colors, you need to receive nominations in 2 different sports, or 2 nominations. So for example, ice hockey, which is a 2-term competitive sport, could get 2 nominations. It's actually the only sport where that can happen. So we're going to start off with students who are receiving their first nomination. So as I call out your names, if I could just ask that you please stand and be recognized. We have a number of students here. We have 26 students. So please, a bit of patience. We'll get through this. And if we could just wait till everybody's standing and then give them a nice recognition. Receiving their first sport nomination for junior sport colors are Jordan Dixon, Rowan Zinkin, Owen Plater, Henry Gottschuk, Sam Heward, Emily Findley, Jasmine Bales, Hikari Yokoyama, Kate Sutherland, Cindy Wang, Sienna Van Rosen, Megan Gilmore, Jasmine Wheeler. And we'll just do them in 2 groups. So if that group could all stand, please. Also receiving their first nomination are Rosie Turnbull, Zara Bongiorno, Alex Rettel, Daniel Davidson, Liam Mays, Angus Whitford, Leticia Parente, Beth Charteau, Caitlin Beck, Cameron Grooms, Cadence Johnson, Nicole Zhang, and Sidonia Borden. The next group of students that I'm going to introduce are not coming up either because they have already received their athletic colors. So they're actually receiving their third nomination of the year. So this is a great accomplishment by this group of students. We have 14 juniors receiving their third junior sport nomination. So if they could all please stand to be recognized. Matt Strelitz, Craig Mitchell-Herman, Owen Wheatley, Saya Tanaka-Campbell, Abby Dyer, Lexi Fulton, Paige Murdy, Allison Moore, Brianne Powell, Danique Ura, Kate Sanderson, Mia Fahey, Jill Turco, and Jerry Atkins. And now if I could ask the headmaster and Mrs. Conroy, Mrs. Conroy's over here, to please join me, and they're going to present the junior color pins. Receiving their second nomination and their junior colors are Aidan Doherty, Tom Morrissey, Ryan Smith, Abby Kay, Amia Leroy, Megan Gilmore, Mackenzie Regan, Julia Kessler, Paige Wilson, and Renee Hogarth Rosmus. We're now going to move into our senior athletic colors, and we'll start off with our single award winners, single color award winners. And again, just for so that everybody understands, it's only grade 12s that are able to receive athletic colors. We have 31 students receiving their single athletic colors, so we will start off with the girls, and then we'll follow them with the boys. Receiving single athletic colors are Paige Doig, Allie Milne, Trinity Gladstone, Libby Kay, Nicole Staples, Lucy Crosdale, AJ Mears, Haley Stevens, Carolina Mies, Uma Turapenko, Georgia Cannon, Atusa Farbood, Esther Parrott, Marcella Graham, and Treasure Hutchings. And now our senior boys receiving their single athletic colors are Andres Vasquez, Jack Newman, Kieran Breen, Jacob Lillywhite, Brenner Calava, Dakota Stevenson, Leo Montgomery, Andre Jans van Rensburg, Ariane Kochar, Momin Elendawi, Paul Hasekol, Isaac Leroy, Enrique Ortega Navarro, Luis Sala de Melo Costa, Josh Wheeler, and Ethan Regan. Receiving their double athletic colors, there's 20 students. We'll have them all come forward, please. Jojo Tanaka Campbell, Jaden Bowmans, Nathan Goliath, Austin McIver, Caleb McHugh, Charles Ash, JP Nieto, Sarah Rourke, Colby Wilson, Megan Boover, Annika Kurji, Dana Sellers, Maddie Nicholson, Kiara Stecco, Taylor Northcott, Sarah Carmichael, Maggie Banks, Maria Guadarrama, Danae Gendel, and Aaron Wong. And if we can get to join in the photo, please, because they actually should have gotten their double colors. Isaac Leroy, Enrique, Nicole, and Carolina. And our final color awards go to our senior triple color award winners, and there are 5 of them. Caleb Parkhouse, Lauren Spank, Gabby Owen, Tatum Hayhurst, and Tolani Akinyasoye. So first off, congratulations to all the award winners, and congratulations to everybody. We have a compulsory sports program here at the school, which is a bit unique. And as you know, we heard from the journeys of Kieran and Sarah and their successes. Everybody has their own journeys and their own successes and their own stories, and you should all be very proud of your accomplishments and be very proud of the fact that you're a part of something very special. So I congratulate you all, but I would also like you to all just join me in thanking all of your coaches for all their efforts helping you in these journeys. So a nice round of applause for your coaches, please. And those students that took their trophies with them, if we can please, at the end of this assembly, just get them back because we need to get them engraved. And just again, thank you very much and have a good day, everybody. Oh. Now, Mrs. Milne with the academic colors, something I never won.
Thank you, Mr. Murdy. Good morning. It gives me great pleasure this morning to present the final junior and senior academic colors of the year to a number of very deserving students. Earlier this year, I spoke to you about balancing your academic commitments with the many other amazing opportunities you find at the school, as well as explaining many of the different academic awards you're eligible to receive at Shawnigan, many of which will be presented in the next 2 days. But today I want to follow the lead of Mr. McLeod and Mr. Murdy and turn the microphone over to a student. Last week, Lauren Nissen presented her grade 12 This I Believe speech to her class and a number of her teachers. I won't give away her topic, but I will say that it got a number of us thinking about colors and about each student that we see in our class every day. So please welcome Lauren forwards.
My grade 2 self, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and with the entire world at my fingertips, opened my report card to read this. Mathematics, excellent. Reading, excellent. Arts, excellent. Participation in class, needs improvement. These words, a 1 on a 3-point scale, came to define me, and they have ever since. Each and every report card I have ever read is guaranteed to read something along the lines of, Lauren is a quiet pleasure to have in the classroom. However, she needs to push herself to contribute more in class. These reports read like a broken record. And you know what? I'm completely okay with it. So what I'm shy. I'm happy to sit in a class, fully engaged without saying a word. This does not mean that I'm not interested in your class. I'm absorbing all that I can without wasting time panicking about what I'm going to say in the 15-second window your peers allow you before titling you a try-hard or a know-it-all. Sharing my rushed, unpolished opinion on a matter I have not yet considered in hopes of pleasing a teacher to get a higher effort grade does not seem like a good use of my time. When I was in Mexico City this summer, I was introduced to a boy who was just as shy as me. We said our typical shy hellos, and then I was introduced to him as Mueble. Now, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, Mueble translates directly to furniture. He was so quiet that his friends had literally labeled him as an inanimate object. And I have never affiliated more with a term in my life. The thing about Mueble, or as I later learned his actual name, Soto, is that he was still invited to every social event, even though had he not been there, it is likely no one would have noticed. He did not feel the need to be the life of the party, yet each and every one of his friends held a deep fondness for him. And when he did talk, he was absolutely hilarious, and his comments were often turned into lasting jokes among their group. Introverted is probably one of the first things people would say if they were to describe me. And I believe that, well, silence is bliss. And while it may be an extroverted world, that will never be me. And I believe that the quieter bunch also truly has something to contribute to this extremely talk-centered world. I'm extremely observant. I won't miss much. I listen to everything, and I'm really good at it. And of course, I spend most of my time thinking, meaning if you ask me one-on-one about something that was said in class earlier that week, I will give you an answer much more meaningful than I could have given you had I been forced to participate. People ask me for advice because they know I've been listening. And finally, people trust me with their secrets because it's not like I'm about to talk anyways. Nearly 1/3 of the population identifies as being introverted, yet I'll still be seen as lame when I'm quiet rather than bouncing off the walls in the house. People think that I'm sad or sick or tired, but I can promise you that I'm perfectly content in my own thoughts. And in fact, I need this to recharge. The extroverts of the world energize through socializing. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy going out. I'm not antisocial or a people hater, but for me, being in large groups is actually draining. A small group of friends, or just one person, will always be much more ideal than any party. And there's also something so beautiful about a shared, comfortable silence, an enjoyment of one another's company that simply doesn't need words because you just know each other that well. The rest of my family leans much more towards extroversion on the spectrum. So much so that I have this theory that they talked so much when I was growing up that there was just no space for me to talk, and that's how I became who I am. Sure, I've improved in some things. I don't hide behind my mom anymore when introduced to someone new, even though I probably want to. But other than that, I remain happily quiet. In this world, complete and utter silence is so extremely rare. Before radios, television, and telephones, silence was much more common. People read, and they had time to ponder while being truly alone in their thoughts, finding out who they were without outside distractions. This is why I value and why I am completely comfortable with silence. It is simply peaceful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lauren. From Mr. Lamont and I, both of us being introverts, we thank you for sharing your story with all of us. As I read the Academic Colors citation, remember some of the things that Lauren said. Does it change how a student might demonstrate effort or show genuine interest in class? So the citation for Academic Colors is, they will be awarded to students who consistently demonstrate superior effort, achievement, and leadership in their studies, while also maintaining a commitment to the many other facets of the Shawinigan program. Showing genuine interest, working to potential, supporting classmates must be integral to a recipient's approach. I will now ask Mr. Lamont to present senior academic colors to 9 students. Please hold your applause until they've all been named. Senior colors go to Lauren Nissen, Angelina Huang, Gustavo Sala de Malacosta, Maggie Banks, Sage Brimmelcombe, Victoria Saldat, Holly Cumming, Carl Swanson, and McKenna Ellis. I would now ask the headmaster to present junior academic color pins to 7 students. Hannah Batar, Rowan Moseni, Lauren DeVries, Keely Ralph, Maddie Johnston, Fiona Zhu, and Nathan Kim. few final notes. There's a number of female soccer players who missed their colors presentation in April, so please come see me if you haven't picked up your tie yet. Secondly, at 1:30 Friday afternoon, grade 12s who have earned their academic colors, please remember to wear your number 1s to our meeting with all the grade 12s. There are 46 of you, so please wear your academic colors tie. And finally, as we begin the second last day of exams, I ask you to join me in thanking all of your teachers for all that they have done, not only in your classrooms, but in all areas of the school this year.
Thank you, Ms. Milne. So don't worry, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to announce the hymn. We're going to end by singing the Copeman's House hymn, Lift High the Cross. Number 2, please stand quietly. Thank you.
Please just stay standing for a second. So I can thank Mr. Murdy, Miss Milne, Miss Conroy for putting this morning together, and a particular thanks to Sarah, Kieran, and Lauren, talking about sports and academics and how they speak to our hearts. I particularly like Sarah's line about how Shawnigan gives permission to be ourselves. And I think, Lauren, you absolutely spoke to that and gave an address that I will certainly remember for many years to come. And also how they spoke to the humility of role models. And I think this would be a chance to applaud coaches, teachers, and in fact all the staff who support you in your everyday lives here at Shawnigan. They do a tremendous job. I spoke about Kipling on Tuesday. There was that line on it about the will telling you just to hold on. We're so nearly at the finishing line. Enjoy the last couple of days, and grade 12, absolutely enjoy every last second of your Shawnigan experience. Have a wonderful day.